some dessert?
No, thank you, I couldn't.
Thank you, Ferdinand. Oh, and Ferdinand, everything was delicious.
Ah.
So, did you like your food? Isn't it interesting?
Well, I have to admit, to be honest, yes.
Why so reluctant to say so? Is it only because it's new? Different? Not what you're used to.
Good point. I mean, I find you new and different. And quite frankly, very interesting.
Dr. Reinhardt.
Please, call me Rolf. I hear Dr. Reinhardt in the hospital 18 hours a day.
All right. Rolf. One last thing about the refugees. Imagine if you can, being suddenly without your culture, your village, or
When
entire...
do I get to hear more about you?
We must remember that if we are to help
Tom,
them properly...
forgive me, but I fear that you've taken on too much. My heart breaks for what has happened to your people, but you, no one person can save them all. It's impossible.
But I must try.
Of course you must try. But your methodology is doomed to fail. There aren't enough hours in the day. I fear that you will become a burned-out woman in 6 months. You have to learn to simply let go.
But the love I feel for them cannot possibly burn out. I know I cannot restore everything that is lost, but their souls survive. You're a doctor. You must know what I'm talking about.
I'm in the business of healing bodies, Tom. I can't even begin to wonder what happens to their souls.
Forgive me, but that sounds a little heartless. And I do not believe in any way that you're a completely heartless man. I saw it today with little Lynn.
I'm a scientist. A realist. And you're a woman of what? Faith?
Yes, of faith, the heart. Scientists, why can't you just let the head and the heart combine into one?
Because, Tom, don't you see? Science is heartless. The facts are what they are. I exchanged the church for medicine because faith alone never cured a kidney disease or even fixed a tooth. That little child that you brought in today.
Lynn.
Lynn. Supposing Lynn were very ill and there was just nothing we could do to save her. Well, sometimes sick and weak people die. You just simply have to come to accept it.
No, I do not have to accept it. Thank you very much for dinner and a very stimulating conversation. Will you excuse me, please? It's time for me to go.
What, so suddenly?
I'm going back to the hospital.
At this hour?
The hour doesn't matter. I'm going to sit with Lynn.
But she'll be asleep.
All the more reason for me to be there. What if she wakes up and has no idea where she is?
Let me at least call you a taxi.
No, thank you. I look forward to the walk.
But it's freezing out, and look how dark it is.
On the contrary, there's a full moon. You must not have noticed.
Waiter.
Yes, sir.
Check, please.
Yes, sir. But first, some baklava.
No, thank you. Just a check.
Yes, sir. But first, some lingonberry cider on the house.
No, thank you.
Yes, sir. But first, some advice.
Advice?
With your indulgence. Tan is an extraordinary woman. 1 in 1,000, perhaps 1 in many millions. And you are well matched, and she likes you, and you like her very much.
And on what do you base that brilliant observation?
34 years in the restaurant business, sir. Forgive me, Herr Doctor, but just now to let her go, a very foolish thing.
Waiter.
Yes, sir.
Check, please.
Yes, sir.
And call me a very fast cab.
Yes, sir.
Moon of mine, how sweet your smile, only for me. Only for me? Dr. Reinhardt.
She's sleeping.
What are you doing here?
Your very smart friend Ferdinand called me a very fast cab.
But I still don't...
Shh. I needed to see you again, Tan. Right away. You were right about Lynn. You were right, and I was wrong about all of it.
I didn't mean to make... Rolf, my heart is racing.
How long have you been experiencing these symptoms?
They came on very suddenly.
A contagious condition. There's a cure, but it's risky. Come outside with me. There, the moon.
I thought you never noticed the moon.
I didn't. Until I jumped in a taxi and I raced across town in the dark with my head hanging out the window looking for you. I needed the moon to help me see. Don't you see? Oh, I feel like I've known you since before the moon was even born.
That long? Do you believe in reincarnation?
Tonight, I only believe in love.
Moon of mine, how sweet your smile, only for me. Oh, how happy.
No one to see, no one to know our love for each other, though you care for all.
Though you care for all, no one can smile so sweet and long. You are the one, you are the only one.
And when I sung, you stayed still and hung above the mountain.
You listened and danced till my heart's content, endearing and lovely.
You are the beauty of the galaxy.
You share the pain and the joy with me. You are the friend of eternity.
You shine my path in the dark. You soothe my heart when I'm in pain.
When I'm in pain. Good heavens, where did that come from?
This belonged to my grandmother. Right before she died, she made me promise that I would always carry this around with me in my left coat pocket, on the outside chance that I might find her.
Find who?
The woman I want to marry.
That's so romantic.
I always thought it was utterly absurd. Until now. Can anyone see anything more beautiful than you?
Because we are in love, the earth is so ravishing. Because we are in love, the world becomes joyful, I believe. Only in love, yes. Everything else on earth lacks meaning. Even if this world is level to the ground, I believe. Only in love, yeah, yeah, yeah. Love will live forever in this infinite universe. Just to love each other, loving is enough in our soul. We'll flourish assured. Yeah, our hearts will not shiver.
Yes, dear, very sweet. Top to bottom. What I do? I'm not doing anything. What's wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me. It's just Ton and Rolf. They're so beautiful. They make me feel so happy.
Oh, cake! Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Dr. and Mrs. Ralph Reinhardt!
Maestro.
Silent manner, I found myself in your quiet silence, reborn my peace. Many dark nights, soft and tranquil, your tender voice calls my madness. Oh, lover, breath of war, from reincarnation and a thousand promises. Do you still remember our love lies before? Your love like spring water cools my burning heart. It's over, the long voyage. Here I've arrived to
I wasn't going to say a word, but now I can't help myself.
Honey, we discussed this morning and we both agreed.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Rolf, ladies and gentlemen, we're Rolf's parents, and we promised we wouldn't embarrass him by giving silly speeches at his wedding.
Yeah, but now it's too late. Anyway, here goes. My son was always a loner, pursuing his real passion, medicine. He didn't have time for love.
Until he met our darling Tom.
Thank you.
I'm sure Rolf has told you that love is an irrational thing. But now he's done the most irrational thing imaginable. He's gotten married.
Yes, they say a man is not complete until he's married. Then he's finished. You get it?
Ton, those of us who know and love Rolf see something new and warm and open in his face, especially when he looks at you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Comedy, you're on.
Well, did you hear the one about the proudest father in the world and the happiest father-in-law?
What happened to the punchline?
Oh, you want the punchline? Here's the punchline.
Ton, I want you to meet one of my best friends in the world. He works with me at the hospital. This is Rajiv, and his lovely wife, Greta.
You are the most radiant bride I have ever seen.
Thank you.
No, I mean it. Your eyes. There's a Mardi Gras going on behind your eyes.
Really?
Greta, don't terrify the poor girl on her wedding day. My wife is an artist, Ton, a painter. She forgets to mention that before she launches into her rhapsodies over new faces.
A real artist.
I would be so honored if you would model for me.
The honor would be mine.
Ah, I have a feeling we are going to get on famously.
Congratulations.
Oh, you gorgeous, gorgeous thing! Oh my God, this wedding is beautiful. You are both beautiful. Just look at you. I wish you were wearing this dress.
Oh, no, enough of that nonsense. You two are match made in heaven. Oh, you're just going to be so happy and share little secrets and joyfully climb the little ladder of life together, hand in hand. Oh, and every night when you come home from work, he'll be there waiting for you, all tall and weary and handsome. Oh, and you'll see his stethoscope hanging on a little peg in the hallway, and he'll say to you, "Hello, darling, and how was your day?" And oh my God, I'm just so happy for you. I can't stand it. Oh!
Darling, sweetie, time to throw the bouquet.
Me. Right here. I'm ready. Bring it on. Whoa! I believe only in love, love, I believe only in love, love, love. I believe only in love, love,
Dr. Kravitz, you have a visitor in the main lobby. Dr. Kravitz, a visitor in the main lobby.
Nurse, are you sure that Dr. Reinhardt and Ton are coming back to work today?
That's what it says on the schedule, so it might be true.
Well, you know their honeymoon was officially over 2 days ago. And then there is that 1 day's travel from Lake Como, which would have been yesterday. Of course, one must not discount jet lag. Are you concerned at all about their jet lag?
I'm nearly frantic about their jet lag, but somehow I am able to push that aside and soldier on with my tasks at hand.
Yeah. I'm not so much concerned about Dr. Reinhardt. He wouldn't know a tropical parasite if it bit him. If only. But Ton. Oh, Ton. She's so delicate. Oh, even though I know she's really not. You know, she would have to have the strength of 20 women to survive what she's been through. Even so, I made her this cake.
You what?
Yeah, for jet lag and a welcome back thingy. You know, it's flourless celery and rutabaga with caramelized leek frosting. I know. Do you have any idea what they serve on airplanes these days? She must have been used to eating dreck.
Klaus. I mean Dr. Berghoff. No, I mean Klaus. I think you should back off a bit from the newlyweds. Agree at all?
No. Well, frankly, no. I'm just trying to be, you know, friendly.
Friendly is good. I tell you what, how about you meet me in the nurse's lounge after our next shift and you can feed me some of that caramelized leek frosting.
I'm gonna go put this in her locker.
Klaus!
I know, don't light the candles this time. Is anybody ever gonna forget that?
You two, you need to go to the ENT doctor. Nurse, could you escort them to the ENT?
Sure, Ton, when you get a second, 2 more refugee buses have just arrived.
I'll be right there.
My chest is burning and my head is killing me. I think I'm going to faint.
Nurse, we need some help here.
Ton, I need you. I don't understand a word this refugee is saying.
Ton, when you get a chance, I've just come from the children's ward.
I'll talk to you later. Yes?
Your patient, Lynn.
Is everything okay?
She's fine, but she wants to see you.
Oh, this is not a good moment.
Ton, take a break. You deserve it. Go.
Thank you, doctor.
Why, hello! You're looking chipper.
Why are you late?
I beg your pardon?
To class?
Oh, to class. I'm very sorry, teacher, but my school bus driver got lost, you see, and we ended up in an entirely different country.
What country?
I'm not entirely sure, but it might have been Zanzibar.
Is it far from here?
Pretty far. And that explains why I am so late, you see.
That's okay. But now you have to give the entire class an oral report on Zanzibar.
Oh, all right. Zanzibar. An island nation founded 12 million years ago by a family of great blue whales. They love to spend their summers there frolicking in the cool mountain waterfalls.
Whales don't frolic in waterfalls.
You're just too smart for me.
Hello, darling.
Hey.
Hello, Lynn.
Doctor.
Oh, I'm so glad you're feeling better today, sweetheart. Would you excuse Ton and me for one moment?
She's growing stronger every day.
Yes, it's wonderful, but she has a test result here that I'm not at all happy about.
What is it?
Tuberculosis. Fairly advanced and very contagious. I'm ordering her complete isolation.
Isolation? She needs to get out in the sunshine, see other children, learn to forget what she's been through.
Yes, Tom, that would be ideal, but this is a hospital, and there are other patients here that are at risk.
Maybe she could live with us.
No. That's completely inappropriate. She'll need constant monitoring.
Will I be able to visit her?
Yes, under highly restricted circumstances. I cannot let you get too close.
Too close? I love her. You love her too, don't you?
Of course I do, but I worry about your health, Tom. It's too risky.
Risky? I grew up surrounded by war. I understand risk. There must be some sort of compromise for Lynn.
No, there is no compromise in this instance. In all likelihood, Lynn will be fine. At which point you'll see that I was right. Come on, we're both exhausted. Let's drop the subject.
I won't. I can't.
Dr. Reinhardt, room 649, stat. Dr. Reinhardt, room 649.
Rolf, I'm sorry. Let's not fight.
I'm not looking for a second opinion, Tom. I'll see you tonight.
Rolf! I miss you already this morning when I woke up in your arms. The last night of the weekend. I think already of the days ahead when we will be together, but in two places again. And when I am far away from you, doubts and loneliness fly through the window. I just can't think of anything else but to throw everything away and run to you. But do you ever want me to?
I realized that her life was a musical. The three great musicals of Rodgers and Hammerstein dealt with two separate worlds coming together. So those are the ingredients that Supreme Master Ching Hai had. A separate calling in her life than her husband Rolf. Rolf believed in science and she believed in more spiritual things. And yet she adored him and loved her husband and he loved her. But she had to go out and do her calling in life and gave her the strength of a heroine, and that's why she's a hero in my